Welcome to part 2 of my reaction to Afterimage off of the Rush album, Grace Under Pressure. Just listen to that straight through, you guys. Link for that video is in the description below. Just going to chit-chat about this for a quick second. And, you know, I said at the end of part 1, this track is very in your face from a mixing and kind of production point of view. A very full track, a lot of layers, but then really in your face with the mix. Very bass heavy, which I love, and it just hits. It's not overdone. It's not to just kind of like just be bass heavy for the sake of it. I think it really works with the track. And yeah, just a really cool sound. So, you know, in the more recent albums, they've started using you know, more and more synthesizers, and at the beginning of this you hear like the doubling of it, so you kind of have, you know, this playing off of each other kind of sound, which adds a totally another, you know, like new dimension. And then man, the drum sound on this track is, and I think I thought this a little bit about the first track on the album, that it has kind of a digital drum kind of sound, has a really distinct smack to it. Now, whether or not that's the case, I have no clue. You know, you guys, I just listen to these and I just talk about them. I don't get on and do all these searches and look for equipment and gear and all this stuff, you know. Really cool sound regardless. And, yeah, another, you know, it's just, there's something about, you know, this track, it's weird how each album sounds so distinct. Like, it's crazy how it's like, you know, yesterday I said the word evolution, but it's like this evolution of the band, but they just, like, signals, just sounds like signals. And this album, only, you know, 2 tracks in, and it's like, it just has a distinct feel to it. You know, distinct band feel, production feel, and I like that. I like that each album's, you know, definitely kind of stands on its own, and it's not stealing from other, you know, successes and stuff like that. And it's a really cool thing. Something that I really like, now, as much as I like Alex Lifeson's more traditional guitar solos, where it's, you know, it's you come to a distinct part in the song and it just starts and it's like, that's the guitar solo. I like what he's doing here, where he's kind of playing into it, and starts off with like chording. The way he plays the chords kind of leads into the solo, and then there's a little bit of you know, individual notes and stuff, and these runs and some bends and stuff like that. But I like how he plays into it. I've always liked when guitar players kind of use a rhythmic sort of technique to lead into their solos, and I used to do that a lot, probably overdone. Dad, if you're watching this, you know what I'm talking about. I went through that phase where I was just obsessed with playing chords and stuff to, like, you know, start my guitar solos. And anyway, but Alex Lifeson does it, and it's really good. And if you go back and listen to where the solo kind of comes in, you'll hear it. It's rather obvious. It's not just, you know, coming in with these big bends and these runs and stuff like he's done in the past. And it works really well in the context of the song, because this album's very chopped up. In a sense, you know, these first 2 tracks, they're very punchy, you know, not like flowy where the chords kind of go together. It's very broken up. And, you know, like this part around the chorus, you know, where Alex is doing this stuff really, you know, down low, and it's really big and fat, but it's really broken up. And so the guitar solo plays on that same sort of feel, and it just works. It really is a cool a cool playing technique that adds just a different feel, and it can get away from kind of like the stagnant nature of, you know, everyone loves a guitar solo, so I'm not going to say stagnant, but you know what I mean, kind of the traditional lead into a guitar solo. So yeah, and I love the way that Geddy Lee sings, you guys. I love, it just seems like, you know, this album and the last one, there's just something different about it. I don't know if it's the way he's doing his, you know, the melodies and stuff, and just the phrasing of the vocal lines. I haven't quite pinned it down yet, because I probably have to go back and listen to some other stuff to get to, you know, to see really what's different. But something does feel different, and it might just be that the whole band sounds different. So, of course, you know, the vocals are going to sound different, maybe in a different context, but I think he himself is doing something different that I really, really like. Anyway, a fantastic song, a really good song, and considering the fact that I used to own this album, I really don't think I ever heard that song in its entirety. I probably started at the beginning and kind of wasn't hooked, and yeah, and missed out on a great song. But again, as I say, better late than never. So yeah, two tracks in a row that are awesome, you guys. Really, really good. And I like Afterimage probably more than Distant Early Warning, and I loved Distant Early Warning. So 2 tracks in and already loving this album, you guys. Pretty much going to wrap it up for this video, but yeah, really, really cool. Love it. I love the new Rush sound. I just love the feel of it. And I've seen some comments, you know, where people say, you know, it took them a while to warm up and stuff to the sound, but oh man, to me it's just absolutely glorious. It's just pure perfection. So thanks for stopping by for the video, you guys. I really do appreciate it. Leave a like, leave a comment if you would, and I will be seeing you in future videos. Thank you.